And I love to see the Ret Warrior coming out of Reload. I just said the best Ret Warrior in Europe was, Oldness Strikes, and maybe they're about to make me eat my words. I love Asgrath's position, but Mystic does not care. He is running at him. Full Hodge goes out onto Asgrath, and he knows it. He pops that wall. Hex to follow it up, and they're going to swap it back onto somebody else. Fear to follow that up. But they're staying on Asgrath. They're just interrupting him with this CC. But it looks like the Wings, the Divine Toll, Asgrath's going to be fine for now. Now the question is, how is Skill Cap going to turn the momentum around?
They're really just going to tunnel the Paladin. All right, game number 1 is going to be a Zug fest here. Mystic gets stunned up. Oh, huge damage, a huge counterattack. That's going to proc the Reign of Ancient Kings legendary on Mystic. He's not going to have that to rely on in the future to save him. And they're still just running at Asgarath right now. Mercy uses Door of Shadows, Hammer of Justice. Lontar hexes the Mage for crowd control. Sky Fury is down to boost up some crits here onto Asgarath. Asgarath tries to trade. Perhaps they've seen that they can run the Paladin out of mana if they just tunnel him down, perhaps trying to punish. There's no elemental shaman, it's just a warrior, so maybe they're just trying to just full YOLO. I think they're finally starting to regret it here with Mystic down at half health, Mercy down at half health, Mystic stunned up, Lontar and a Poly, Mercy and a Stormbolt, 3-on-1. Mystic trying to recover, chopping himself here with some Word of Glories, procking another Avenging Wrath. Asgarath is stunned up, goes for a Divine Toll. He's trying to get away from the engagement. He's having a hard time actually getting any distance.
Yeah, I mean, it's really rough. Basically, Lontar is just having his way with Marl right now, getting the wind shears, getting the grounding totems, going for hexes. Finally, a full polymorph lands. This is where Mystic's going to be in a lot of trouble. Warbanner a little bit mistimed. Divine Shield. Blizzo gets that off. Strips it off there with the Shattering Throw. Asgarath down a Hammer of Justice, using the Trinket, trying to get away. I like this really aggressive strategy, and I can't help but feel like Skill Cap DU, they picked this composition trying to play into a Warlock, so I don't think this is the matchup that they did want, but still making things happen here. Mystic, 50% health. There's no Divine Shield. Luckily for Reload Esports, Lontar still has pretty much everything, but he might have to trade here. Mystic, what is he going to do to survive? Hammer of Justice now on Mystic. Another polymorph on Lontar, but Mystic somehow able to hold on right now. There's just not enough damage to really push him over. Shield of Righteousness should be more than enough for him to survive as they get the full Hammer of Justice on Asgarath. This could be the Divine Shield potentially, but just no damage to follow it up. Blizzo is there, but he's taking a little bit of rot damage from that intervene, and now Asgarath's going to have to play catch up.
Yeah, you know what's really nice about playing a Holy Paladin against 2 melee like this is that you can Crusader Strike basically all the time, and your Holy Power generation does go up, but I don't know if it's enough throughput to really deal with this long term, especially as we get deeper into dampening. But Hodge goes out into Mystic, no bubble available to him. That's going to force his Trinket. The Dragon's Breath on the Lontar, nothing to follow it up just yet. And whenever you are going up against your opponent's healer and you're just tunneling the healer, it's going to put you in a bad position. And so they better send a thank you card to Lontar to dealing with this Mage trying to get polymorphs, but it looks like Lontar is controlling the Mage. Full Hex goes out into them, and the onslaught continues onto Asgarath. We are not even close to dampening yet. We still have a couple minutes to dampening, and this could be a long game for Asgarath if they can continue to live there. But maybe it's not going to be a long game at all. That's a Spirit Link. There's no bubble available for Mystic either. The next go could very well be Mystic's life.
All right, let's see if they can stay on target here. There's really not much left for Mystic. That's the double stun lockdown.
Oh!
This could be it. They proc the Reign of Ancient Kings, and they're cutting through it on 1%. He really is going to live. They intervene from Mercy, intervening all the damage to himself from Blizzo. Lontar gets interrupted. Mercy is still low on health, but Asgarath now caught in a stun, trying to turn it around, force Divine Shield, but Blizzo just intervenes him. And it's just going to protect them quite easily. They do have a significant mana advantage. Maybe it's time to relax, chill out, get off the healer for a little bit, attack something else, and try and slow down the game a bit, but it seems like they are reluctant at the moment. Mystic has to stay in this Earthen Wall Totem. He can't chase the Paladin. He needs this defense while Lontar's in a polymorph. Patiently waiting. Now he's got Shield of Vengeance up. That could explode for a big hit if they're not careful. Hammers down. Stormbolt on Blizzo to prevent the intervene. I like that play, but Maro's in position to get a double Dragon's Breath, slowing down the damage here. Is Asgarath's going to go for a Blessing of Freedom and try and escape the fight here, or just tank them and let Blizzo attack? Lontar's interrupted. Mercy is Poly. They flip the Poly over. They stun up Mystic. They're blasting him. That Reign of Ancient Kings again. It procs again, buying Mystic more than enough time, I think, to survive. His Divine Shield is coming up in 8 seconds. He just needs to hold strong for a little bit longer, trying to generate Holy Power. He needs another Word of Glory right now. He goes for a War Stomp, trying to buy time. Another Word of Glory. Mercy intervenes, but he's still low. Divine Shield comes up right as Lontar gets interrupted. They fear up everybody. They stun Morrow. They're still just going after the healer. I've never seen a team do this in a tournament. Just 5 minutes of target the Paladin. Askerath, man, is just like tanking this like a legend.
Oh, holy cow, Mystic, you're in a lot of trouble. You know, it does go polymorph on a Lone Tar. He's getting a little mercy at the same time. Yeah, thank you. Mystic's still in some trouble. 3% dampening here. They just cannot get on target, and I feel like at this point they need to switch it up. I just don't know if they're going to be allowed to train down Askerath. The Dragon's Breath Sheeps on Lone Tar have just been so punishing, but they're going for it. They're going for it once again. And we'll see if they can do it. There's really not too many answers. I mean, Askerath's almost completely tapped on mana. Lone Tar 60% mana, but can he spend the mana? That really is the question. Big intimidating shout coming in. They're trying to buy some time here for their Paladin. Askerath is in the midfield. Mystic trying to reconnect once again. Mercy's all over him. Lone Tar using that Fleshcraft, immunity to crowd control. Pummel on Morrow into a full hex. Morrow actually ice blocks it. Dude, he's just going for it. Can he get the polymorph? Wind Shear, great job there by Lone Tar, denying that crowd control, and that buys Reload Esports some time. But Mystic, he's getting so low. This is the combustion from Morrow, so they need to be very careful. Dragon's Breath on Lone Tar, that might be more than enough for them to close it out. Can they get another polymorph? That was a trinket from Lone Tar to keep his team aggressive. Askerath, he still has a Divine Shield, but he has to be careful. Mercy can get that off with the Shattering Throw, and this is do or die for both these teams.
They're never going to let this Paladin drink ever again. He might have a bubble, but his mana bar is getting lower and lower. Double DB from Morrow. He's trying to take control of the game. Avatar's going to get popped out of Mercy. He's still doing huge damn into Askerath. There's the Hodge. Polymorph goes out into Lone Tar. Mystic has got to be careful here. Blizzo catching the offensive bop, or just the defensive bop even. Mercy's got to be careful now. Almost dropping into execute range. Popping that die by the sword, and they still are on Askerath behind the pillar, line of sighting their healer. I respect the aggression. I respect. Oh, but this is it for Mercy. Surely that's it. The legendary procs yet again, giving Lone Tar just enough time to get the Spirit Link off. But they don't care. They're aggressive still. They're still running at Askerath. He has trinket backups too. He still has bubble. And I respect Reload Esports. I respect the dedication. I don't know if this is the right call at this point.
Does he have like a dentist appointment? Like, we got to get out of here, man. Just kill the healer. Like, this is it. I don't got time for this. Like, I don't know what's happening. They're just running at Askerath. He's completely out of mana. Bubble comes up in 20 seconds. Mystic is finally getting off the Paladin. He's hitting Blizzo, playing at the pillar, but I think he's walking at the Paladin. He's not able to get to the Paladin. Lone Tar goes for Hex. Hex Morrow. No way to get out of Hex. I mean, Mercy is soloing Askerath at 17% dampening. Mystic's going to connect. Is this actually going to work? The pre-shatter gets intervened, I think. At least it didn't go off. Askerath's Divine Shield is going to stay up. They hammer right after the shield. They're all connected. They're actually going to pull up the ZUG miracle. Rally Cry comes from Blizzo for a moment, but they've got no mana. Askerath's just working on fumes here, trying to pump out whatever Word of Glory you can get. They're trying to kill Mystic. Mystic has bubble. He's just going to bubble out and kill Askerath, I think. Askerath is actually going to die. He's at 1%.
Wow.
Goes down to the Judgment. And today, ZUG is the strategy to win. Never detarget the healer. Always kill the healer. I've never seen the team do that in a tournament ever.
I respect it.
It's broken.
That was amazing, dude. I mean, they're behind the pillar. They're like, I don't know. I love it.